So, who am I? In case you don't know already, I am Aly Kravitz, aka BronxWitch. I am the CEO and founder of BronxWitch HeadQuarters. As of October this year, we will be open for 3 years. A lot of businesses do not make it that far, especially brick and mortar, like physical locations. So, I'm super proud of that. I've been working on the BronxWitch brand for 5 years, and I'm also the host of the Better Witch podcast. We're entering into our fourth season this summer, which I'm really, really excited about. I'm also the creator of the Better Witch coaching program, which has been underway for the last year. I offer coaching to witches who are tired of being baby witches, tired of buying things that they don't know how to use, and are ready to live magical lives as competent spellcasters, diviners, and all of that really good magical stuff. These are some of my professional credentials. These are the things that I would include on a resume if I had to make one, but your girl doesn't really have to do those anymore. But if I had to make one, then these are some of the things that I would include on them. But some of the things that I wouldn't necessarily include on that resume is that in high school, I lived on a working farm in the mountains of Berkshire, Vermont for 6 months. I woke up at 6 in the morning by myself, went down to the steer pen and threw bales of hay bigger than my body into a pen with three Angus steer that weighed a ton each. um, and learned how to grow my own vegetables, how to store them in a root cellar. I built a barn with my classmates. We actually chiseled and cut every single beam ourselves and built a barn. I learned to ride horses when I was in Oklahoma for a couple of weeks in middle school for camp. I went to the George Washington University Law School for 2 years in DC. I spent 15 years in hospitality in New York City as a bartender and then bar manager and eventually general manager of some very notable restaurants and bars, including one formerly owned by Justin Timberlake in Midtown. And I was married for 12 years. Technically, I am still married. Pray for me, y'all. But I've been married for 12 years. And these are the things that are not on my resume, but that I bring to the table every single day as a witch, as a business owner, as me. And some of the experiences that I've had in my life have made me like scratch my head and be like, what in the world? How is this little girl from the Bronx doing all these things? And more importantly, why has my life taken me in all of those different directions? And now I know. I know why I had to go and experience all of these sort of out of the ordinary things. It was because I was getting ready for this moment right now. So I bring a lot to the table in terms of my life experience and the professional things that I have accomplished. But I'm also a practitioner. I'm a witch, a tarot reader, and an energy healer. I've been a witch for 25 years, just sort of rare to, step away from your family background and pursue something so alternative at the age of 12. But I did. I picked up my first tarot deck when I was 15 years old. That's 23 years ago now, today, and started reading professionally about 5 years ago. And I also became a certified Reiki healer at about the same time and have been serving people professionally in those capacities ever since. So, what I have learned on this earth is immense. When I look back at all that I've learned, both professionally and as a spiritual practitioner, it's a lot. And I'm really honored to share all of that with you guys. And I'm honored that you've chosen, out of all the people that you could learn from, to learn from me. So, the witch component I like to save for last because I really do think that this is my special sauce. Everybody and their mama is starting a business, right? And I applaud it. I think it's absolutely great that so many people are stepping into their power as entrepreneurs and using the gifts that they have, whatever they may be, in order to make a living for themselves, support their families, and all of those great things. But witches do things, I think, clearly I'm very biased, but I think we do everything just a little bit better. because where non-witches might struggle or things that they may not understand, these are some of the things that we really get that allow us to move through hard times that non-witches oftentimes can't really get past. There's this quote by Oprah Winfrey that really stood out to me when I first heard it, because the first thing I thought to myself was like, oh, snap, this is why witches get it. She says, energy is the essence of life. Every day you decide how you're going to use it by knowing what you want and what it takes to reach that goal, and by maintaining focus. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, now I understand why witches do so well, not just in the areas related to witchcraft, but in anything that we do, including business. We get energy. That's literally what we do.